One more. Pay attention here.
Shift number 2 and actually 3. Because this first
Start all
one,
over.
here we
Shift
go.
2 and 3.
Shift number 2 and actually 3. Because this first one's a short one, but watch. Here's our guy. When does hockey IQ start? He's not even on the ice yet. And he's already scanned. He's already taken information. We'll watch that full speed here. Look at him. Already looking. You can see his eyes. Watch him. See if I can zoom in here for you. Watch his eyes. Looking. Always scanning. Always taking in information. Again, not much happens on this shift. He comes off. He stays in a good position. Comes down to support. Right there. That subtle thing. Instead of just cutting through the middle, watch him come down and support. So there's a lane for this guy to make this pass. Boom. Good support. Makes the pass. I think he ends up dumping it, and they call it an ice just because he didn't quite get the red line. So a little bit of a teaching moment there. Get the red line. He dumps it here. Get the extra. That's close. That's nitpicking. That is nitpicking. Okay, shift number 3 now. Shift number 3. Now they get off. They get a change. Vegas gets scored on. What a shot. What a shot. Vegas gets scored on. He wins a draw. Switches in and out. Again, just watch the support from this guy. You can see as soon as this turnover starts to happen, watch him change routes and gets down into the defensive zone. Gets down on the defensive side, starts to help out. Good neutral zone forecheck. Now look at this. This is kind of his guy right now. Doesn't want this pass to happen. Watch this pivot. Just to stay in good space. Boom. Kicks back, no crossover, quiet feet. Helping out in the middle of the ice, clogging up the neutral zone, trying to force a decision early and often by the Kings. Look this is our guy. Low and slow. In good position. Always smart. Low and slow is a good thing, right? Always in position. He's always looking to help out responsibly, taking care of the D side, which is crazy because they're leading the National Hockey League in points. And then he goes for a change. So kind of a simple shift, but we saw in the first shift number 2 of this part, where he's not even on the ice yet, and he's already looking, he's scanning, he's taking the information, right? Yes, he could have got the red line to get that dump in easier. And then we saw here in shift 3, always supporting, always being in good position. Puck gets turned over, boom, he's there to help. Elite hockey IQ. Answer the questions below.
All right. I saw a question that said, what is quiet feet? Quiet feet just means he wasn't crossing over the neutral zone. Zeker, we're on the ice on Monday. I'll show you. I'll coach you up there. Ask me again when we get out there. Okay. What's the most impressive part of Eichel's play before he even steps on the ice? Is it 1, he yells for the puck immediately? 2, he stretches at the bench before hopping on the ice? He scans the play repeatedly to take in information. He calls out a line change. What's our answer? We know this if we're paying attention. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Good. And again, remember, you can hit this preparation button and then boom. He scans repeatedly to take in information. Eichel's shift starts before he skates touch the ice. By scanning early, he enters the play already aware of puck location, open lanes, and where pressure is coming from, allowing him to make faster, smarter reads. Bingo. Next question. Right here. Why does, let's do this bottom one right here. Why does Eichel go low and slow in the defensive zone instead of staying high or chasing the puck? So just a little IQ note. Great players don't always move the fastest. They move the smartest. Staying under the puck gives control over the next play. So what in the chat, what do we got? Low and slow so he can watch the play develop and see where to go. So he has time to read, to support his D. Mattia, bingo. To support the person in case of turnovers. Brecken, bingo. Sully, bingo. To support. Well said, well done. Read options. Yes, you got to be able to read your options. When you're low and slow and you're under the puck, you're going to be able to read options. Dylan to support. Good, good, good. Okay. Last little piece here to help support teammates. Yes. And again, you can always hit prepare. Eichel goes low and slow to support his defenseman, stay on the defensive side of the puck, and give his team an outlet option. It prevents odd man rushes and helps maintain structure. Staying low and slow allows him to defend from the inside out. If there's a turnover, he already in position to help or recover. It's proactive defense and it's smart team play. Coach's takeaway, even on 2 quiet shifts, so not a lot going on that shift, Eichel's hockey IQ shines. His scanning before entering the play, low support on breakouts, and responsible defensive zone routes show that high-end hockey sense doesn't rely on highlights. Plays, it's built on habits. Skill focus, pre-shift scanning, and defensive score positioning. And again, you always want to hit that checkbox in there, answer your questions when you're in there. And so you're dialed in. Now, what day is it? 23rd? We are in our Macklin Celebrini phase right now. So, and I'll send out more information on this today, but Macklin Celebrini getting locked in. I got to go in and add the videos from today. So be ready for that inside the app. I'll get that in the app today. But we're starting Macklin Celebrini. Again, we're watching videos, answering questions. I'm going to send an email just in case you want to join the app with a code to jump in for 50% off. This is every single day. There's Hockey IQ every single day. That took us, just the app took us what, 10 minutes? Think about doing that every single day. Think about stacking wins every single day. Think about developing that hockey IQ every single day. What that's going to start to do when you're on the ice, it's going to allow you to think better, understand the game better, and just overall have higher hockey IQ. Great job today, team. Good job in the chat. If you have any questions, reach out. My email is danny@projecthockey.com. Look for an email from me in the next 20, 30 minutes, and we'll see you guys in the app. Do the work.